Bam, is this thing on? Shout out to everybody here on the live. Let's go, baby. The biggest day of the year, the biggest day ever, baby. We're number one, baby. There's nobody bigger than us. There's nobody better than us. We bring the volume. We bring the pain. There's never been a crew like the Lifers. I'm telling you right now. We are the best thing since sliced bread right now. I'm telling you. There's nothing better than being a Lifer. Trust me. There's nothing better. I want to make sure this camera is all the way in focus. Yes, I noticed it did touch that monitor. Whenever the lens taps that monitor. I'm using the wide-angle lens to give you a little bit of more of me over here. Ooh, I always forget this right light. Forgetting the right light. You got to put the right on light. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Let's put the limited to the water. If you're my trading group, you're in the money right now with the trade I gave last night and the trade I gave earlier that day. That's even in the money, even bigger. I called that trade and then opened up another one before I went to bed. I said, you know what? We're too close to the 200 SMA on the 1 hour. If we get above it, we're going to shoot up. I said, I'd rather get stopped out here than miss the rally to the upside. And bang, bang, bang. Shout out to everybody here that made gains in the trading group. Let's go! I've been banging on them. I did miss that big short. I wish I nailed it. But if you traded the way I trade, you would have seen it because the 15-minute gave you, the low stochastic and the M pattern. I put the lemon into the water. Shout out to the 418 beautiful souls in the live. Where is everybody tonight? Let's go. This is the place to get actually paid. And here we go. There's a short squeeze happening right now. If you join my trading group, I make money on short squeezes 90% of the time. I call almost every single short squeeze that happens for Bitcoin, like literally almost every single weekday. And I can say that with earnesty. And look, this is 44,000. We're on our way to 44K. I gave this to my trading group this morning. You got an update. Well, I explained why I was long and why I was staying long. I went over it over and over and over again. Who made the gains with the trading group today? Who understands the knowledge? Who didn't, forget the gains. Your screen is on the loading screen? No, how could that be possible? No. It's all, I can see BOOKMAP. Yeah. Oh, I see what you're saying, like the international screen. Yeah. No worries. But anyway, so 43,800 to the upside for Bitcoin, and we're now in the money on the trade that I gave to the trading group. Bang, 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 baby, bang. I had to refresh the YouTube. My cell phone will die, but I'll be back. No worries, man. Stream is perfect. Yeah, stream is perfect. I can tell. I got excellent on the back end here. Everything looking good. Bang to the upside. So we nailed it again. Shout out to everybody. If you're in my trading group, we're in the gains. God bless each and every one of you for making massive gains with me again. We called Bitcoin accurately yet again. I mean, it just doesn't stop. We are in the money again. And here's the trade given to everybody. I gave the stop loss. And look, now I can move my stop all the way up to break even. I can't lose the trade. I'm good to go. I can't lose money now. I'm destined to win. And let me explain why I knew this was likely going to happen based on my years of data. I trade the 200 SMA. It's very simple. When a candle closes above the 200 SMA, I open a long. I put a stop loss on the next low, like this low here, which is also a point of control. We also entered a gap in the VRVP. Understanding that when you're in a gap, you're likely to head to the next high volume node right here. Also, this was a very sharp move. It created a lot of crazy emotions. Look at the massive short squeeze to the upside. Bitcoin, baby! 43.50! Let's go! Boom! Boom! Let's go! I can feel the room shaking. Let's go, baby. Massive short squeeze. Called by the lifer. We do this every single day! This is the channel where people get paid. This is not the channel where I just yap and have you freaking come listen to me. This is the channel where you actually get paid. You learn how to get paid every day on this channel. Let's go. Let's raise the roof to the upside. Let's bring the frequency to the highest place absolutely possible. I can't contain the energy. I love hitting a hot trade. Nothing better than hitting my trade. Are you kidding me? Nothing better than hitting my trade. Bang, bang, bang to the upside. I love it. I love it. I love it. And I'll take it. Wow. I love it. And so the 1 hour pushing to the upside. It tells me the 4 hour is about to pin that 1 hour. And the 4 hour wants to do a massive move to the upside. Once the 4 hour breaks above this 200 SMA, we are going to rip to the upside, baby. Bang, bang, bang. Let's go. God bless the life for best TA and group in the game. Shout out to Frank, Fit for Life, who joined the trading group and starts to see that the Bitcoin updates are giving them so much unique information. Who loves what the trading group is bringing them? Who joined the trading group is new to the group and they can't believe what's happening immediately. Bang, bang, bang. God bless everybody here on the live. We appreciate you. We love you. And I thank you for every single day you show up. I'm going to give you my all. I was raised by a hardcore iron worker, my dad, who everything mattered. And so if people weren't raised like that, then everything doesn't matter as much to them. And what I mean by that is your time matters to me. If you're going to sit here on YouTube and sit in front of your computer, sit on your phone and spend time with me, I'm going to make sure you get the education you deserve. I am not going to waste your time shilling coins to you, giving you garbage. You know what I mean? If I tell you something that I want you to look at, it's because I really want you to look at it, right? Not because I'm playing games, okay? So that's just the idea here, all right? I love you. I appreciate you. And I want you to do as good as I'm doing. I think it's unfair that I get to win and other people have to struggle. I struggled for years, so I guess we all find our own struggle. But I want to make sure that you feel that you can win, no matter what. You know what I mean? No matter what, all right? No matter what. Something's happening again. It won't let me pin this. So here, love learning. Love learning. You need to copy what I just posted here. Love learning. Listen to me, please. You need to copy my entire post right here. Join here, and you need to paste it for me. It will not let me pin my own post. I do not want... Oh, there it is. Nope. So I don't want this here. I just want my post posted. But look, it won't let me pin my own tweet. I don't know why. I had this problem last time. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate that. So if you want to join the CryptoLifer.com, jump on in and hit CryptoLifer.com. And that's a glitch because that's not supposed to happen. I don't know what's happening there. But join today. Jump on in and join, and you would have learned about Bitcoin this morning. I gave YGG before it blasted up for 52%, and I talked about it for days around here and said YGG ever since literally December 17th and 19th. I've been going over YGG for massive gains. And never mind me, my whole crew. Bang, bang, bang. I closed my trade for 50% gains. I just want to make it clear. I closed my trade for gains, but that thing is continuing to possibly rip to the upside. We're going to break it down for you. But if you're in the trading group, we just ate that massive candle. God bless everybody that hit it for gains. That's what I do for a living. This is why I stay up till 1 in the morning last night and wake up back at 7 in the morning, 6 hours of sleep, because I love you, baby, because I love you. Shout out to the Biomex, Tex-Mex. Bang, bang, bang. Bro, just ran up 1K. Give it 2 minutes. It'll break 44K. Yo, get the gains. Tet broke out, testing the all-time high. Interesting. All right. All right, let's move forward. Let's break down Bitcoin like we do every single day. I just got really excited there. I'm like, whoa, what happened? I'm like, I got excited, baby. I got excited. Let's break down Bitcoin like we do every single day. All right, we'll keep our Binance chart up here, but we'll take a look at BTC, USD, and the all-time history index, and just take a look at what's cracking out here. Now, I have some cool ideas that I've showed to the trading group. One, I want to kind of isolate for you right here, right now, but it's hidden bullish divergence. You got this swing up while this swings down, and you can defy the wicks. They don't matter. It's candle bodies. That swings up while that swings down. Low stochastics with a moving, a MACD wants to turn. You'll see this. This is the picture that you're looking for. If you have a trend line, and look, and we bounced off the what? The 200 SMA. It became the exact place that we were supported by. We didn't lose it. I told everyone about it. If we closed the candle below it, I would remain bearish. We did not. We never did that. So I stayed bullish. And then throughout the night, I saw that we were toying here with the 200 SMA on the 1 hour. And I decided, hey, this is going to get above it and shoot up. I'm going to miss the shoot up. I said, I want to be in for that shoot up. I'm going to make sure that I open up a trade and get ready. All right. No, Jamie does not have permission to pin. But what Jamie did is he knew that he could swing it. And then I can pin. See, I can pin your stuff. But Jamie can't. Yeah. But thank you, Love Learning. We love you. I appreciate you. We got it, though. We got it. We worked it. We worked it out. I don't know why that's happening. Jamie, if you could post that every day, that would help me and save me some time. Because I have to go through all that and then I could just hit right-click and pin. If we could tweak that, that would be amazing. Excellent. But join the trading group and jump into MXC. I was able to raise my stop loss into break even immediately. You know, I was just such an easy way to trade. I can see everything real easily. The order books fill immediately fast. I absolutely love it. You can't beat it. You know what I mean? Depending on your trade, like any different given trade here. Like right now, I just closed my trade for $9. The fee was $1.30. For $94, the fee was $1.30. Like, let's go. Like, come on. One of the trades. I had a few trades open, but that was one of them that I closed. $1 for $94. You can't beat it. You can't beat it. All right? So, anyway, love learning. You were awesome, fam. Shout out to the Biotex Max. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate the 883 people on the live, 224 likes. Yesterday, we had up to 1,500 people on the live. It was out of control. It was out of control. So, we had unemployment data today, right? That came out, and it wasn't bad. Could have been worse, could have been better. But, you know, it says that we lost less jobs than determined. Inflation, they wanted to bring the jobs down. They weren't able to do that. That wasn't going to happen. You know what I mean? And so you can kind of see, too, that, you know, small employment went up 54,000. And then the largest employees went up 40,000. It's interesting. 250 to 49 employees went down. That was the only sector that kind of scaled back a little bit. But the bigger and the people on their way did pretty well. So the people that were doing well and decided it's time to scale, I mean, that makes sense for business. You know, I mean, you get to a certain level, you realize you've overhired. You don't need that many people. Then you have more efficient people. And so one person does a better job after they're around for a year. They probably do better than after someone works for your company for a year, they probably can do the you know, they have the know-how of someone that's of 2 or 3 people, right? You would hope if more people gain more responsibility, you could downsize slightly, right? So shout out to Vidal Escobar. Shout out to Lifer Adam. Shout out to all the Lifer crew in the house. God bless you. God bless each and every one of you for being here. All right. Okay. All right. I clicked the link in the tutoring session on the live, and it says 404 page not found. Do you got another link, please? Really? That's not good. Let me take a look at that for you right away. Babe, let's take a look. Because I teach class I watch Escalade videos all day long. I want to know everything about the Escalade. I've watched every Escalade video. At the end of the night when I'm about to go to bed, I spend 20 minutes watching every single Escalade video ever. I want to know everything about my car from the in and outs. I learn something new every day. Just from doing that, I found there was a button that I didn't know. You know what I mean? Like, it's crazy. All right, so hold on. View my channel. Someone say the link isn't working. I just want to double check. So sorry to take you guys off of Bitcoin for a second here. And join I Trust Capital. We appreciate you, BingX, CryptoLifer.com. Where is my... Right here. No, it's working beautifully fine. I think it just something happened with maybe your VPN timed you out. It's probably a VPN timeout situation. Try it again. You should be good. Working here for me. Can BMX do a 5X from here? I don't know. That's a good question. I think BMX could do a 25X. You know what I mean? I think BMX could do big things. All right. And also, I want you to join my newsletter, everybody. I desire for you to join my newsletter. I'm telling you right now. Why do I desire that? Because I give you so much value. Every Monday and Friday, you get 2 newsletters a week, which is insane. Nobody does that. And I give you so much value, you wouldn't believe it. Just type in your email address, and I will give you the world for free. Jump on in. I love it. Hit I agree so I can opt in. Also, we gave an amazing discount on Black Friday, Cyber Monday. Whenever we do something like that, you will be the first to know if you join the newsletter. So the people that are loyal, they're the most loyal to me, will get the most loyal and the best discounts and everything that I provide. I highly suggest you do that. You see I work every single day, so it can only benefit you in the long run if you jump on in with the Lifer. All right, let's jump back in. Let's get off the excited train. And this is the key to trading. Bringing it back down. Deep breaths, getting relaxed, seeing what's happening, and then just kind of taking a step back and realizing where we are. Shout out to the 935 people on the live, 259 likes. Let's get the likes up to the watchers. I would greatly appreciate it. Let's go, baby. Let's go. And I love that we hit gains. I'm a believer. Lifer for life, man. Shout out to Michael Paz. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Ring the bell for notifications and sign up for the newsletter. Thank you, Crypto Bear Baker. Beam is undervalued when you get into the project. Yep, I agree with you. Salam alaikum, my man. All right, so let's take a look here at the weekly and see what's happening on the weekly candle. So for me, weekly flag, right? A beautiful weekly flag. And when you flag, it's telling you that something big is brewing. So you're flagging on the weekly. I mean, that's, you know what I mean? And we got a measured move to 63,428. That's the biggest measured move we've ever had on the channel since back when we were, doing it here, right? 63,000 is what, and I'm not saying that's guaranteed to happen. I'm saying that's what the charts convey. Here, we don't do what we think, feel, or believe. We completely remove emotions and human, like what I want to happen. It does not matter. None of that matters. What I want to happen doesn't matter. Support and resistance was so well displayed by Bitcoin in the last 6 months. Previous resistance became support. The human condition, the way we trade, shows up on the charts. I'm going to teach you so much about the human emotion. When humans touch the charts, they make these patterns. I don't know why. It is what it is. So look, and then I found the 5-day had this beautiful resistance that just made so much sense. And so this is the baby right here. This is the tough spot. And you can see that we clearly had an issue there. 44,600. Unable to clear that zone as hard as we want. Like unable to really get, we want to break through and we want to close above 44,640. That's going to be a key. Let's bring it down a little bit. Yeah, it's 44. I call it 44.5. Sam Legend. Shout out to Sean Inferno. ETF didn't approve for the month. You never know, man. You guys are so funny. Send in super chats for TA on specific coins and deep dives. Yeah. The ETF stuff doesn't matter to me. I play the charts. I just want to make that really clear. Of course, it's going to pump the price, but the charts will show us what's likely going to happen before it happens. Like yesterday, everyone says it was fun, right? Go to the 15-minute. What do you mean? Like, you had an M pattern here, and you couldn't get above resistance, and you began to break to the downside. You also lost the 200 SMA on the 15-minute. I teach my students, the second you lose that, you look for a downside move. So what I realized is people start to sell. The little subtlenesses in the first people selling start to show off in the charts. If you're watching the charts will show you that, and then you'll be able to short the market. The charts are so sensitive, and if you're so sensitive to the charts, you're going to see what happens before everybody else. You're going to get the indication. You see what I'm saying? You're going to get the indication. So, and once you got above the 200 SMA on the 15-minute, boom, that tells you that a big move is coming too. Whenever the 15-minute crosses the 200 SMA, massive move to the upside. So I see a lot of things that are telling us a big move is coming for Bitcoin. But again, need I digress? Anything can happen one step at a time, one moment at a time, right? We won't press it too crazily. And shout out to all the newcomers that just jumped on in. You got to stop coming in late. You just missed a lot. I just see 1,000 people, 100 people that just jumped on in. Everyone, I don't know where you were, what you were doing. I appreciate your support of other YouTubers, but I want to give you gains. And you're going to learn the most with me. You're going to get your wallet to the highest place, your mental state, your physical state. Jump on into my trading group. Stop coming to the live stream. Stop coming in late. Put a 1 if you were late, and you're not going to be late tomorrow. All right? I know you were late. I don't want to see you late again. I want to see 1,000 people here the second I show up. No questions asked. That's it. Don't play games with me. All right? Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you. Lost my voice a little bit in the screaming. Bang, bang, bang. Unbelievable. All right? Insanity. I am never late. Mara thoughts I'm never late. We'll look at Mara. Send in a super chat for a TA and deep dive, though, if you want me to go over something. Let's take a look. Charles Kennedy. Love your energy. Keep doing what you're doing. Would love your TA on Shiba Inu today. God bless. Thank you so much, Charles Kennedy. And thank you to everyone that joins the awesome, energetic live stream. Keith Cannon. Morning. Can you check MYRO, please? I'm in MYRO. I'm up pretty big right now. Thank you for reminding me. That's awesome. Spencer, can you look at AAVE? We're going to look at AAVE. We're going to look at MYRO and Charles Kennedy and effing book. Thanks for sharing the stream and bringing vagrants. We love you. We appreciate you. And God bless everybody that jumped on it. Bang, bang, bang. So, all right. So now we're looking at the 5-day. And look, the 5-day went sideways while the stochastics reset. If you're one of my students, I teach this all the time on smaller time frames. The MACD is a little high for me, and that tells me that, but the MACD can get so extended, and don't stress it. I don't give a dang about it. Look at what the MACD did here. False move, false move. MACD is the worst indicator to use by itself. I just use it for landscape purposes, meaning I zoom out. I want to see where the histogram is. I want to see how big the histogram is. I want to see kind of if we're turning and burning, things like that. That's what the MACD does for me, okay? But never, I would never use the MACD by itself. The MACD moves in conjunction. Look, moving average convergence, divergence. Con in Spanish means to come with. So convergence means to come with. It means to be together, right? Divergence means to divide, means to pull apart. The MACD was just created by someone who took standard deviations of movements and basically standard deviation points of statistical analysis as the moving averages expanded and closed. That's how the Bollinger Bands were made too. Same idea. So I understood how the Bollinger Bands were back engineered and the MACD. And look, the MACD gives you a buy signal whenever you get tight moving averages. It gives you a sell signal whenever the moving averages are far apart. So look, buy in there, convergence. There, divergence. The moving averages are pulling apart. The moving averages are getting close together. Moving average, convergence, divergence. Oh my God. That's why I use the moving averages with the MACD, and that's why I'm so accurate, and that's why you can be too if you jump on into my classes and get the teaching. I teach a class the last Saturday of every month. The link is in the description that I just showed you. I clicked on it and made sure it worked at a pointy. Jump on in today. It'll blow your mind. I'm telling you right now, class will change your life. Get the education you deserve. Take that class the last Saturday of every single month. I can't wait to see you in there. All right. So look, we have a golden cross coming on the 5-day chart. The 21, which is this white moving average, crossed the 200 SMA. Before it happened, I went over and told everyone, look for a big move. Look for a move for Bitcoin. You know, and then we back tested this and we went over all the assets, as many as we could. 20 different assets around the world in the last 2-3 months that I've done. And I showed every time that we went above the 200 SMA on the 21, it was a bottom, like the wherever you would bottom on the bottom side of it, that was your bottom, and you would continue to the upside. If you're just joining too, I also called this bottom publicly, screamed and yelled about it. I bought a Bitcoin at 19,000 live in front of everybody on my channel because I wanted you to know that I wasn't just a YouTuber saying it. I was a YouTuber living it. I was putting my money exactly where my mouth is. I want to be known as the most realist YouTuber out there that shows everything, most transparent guy you've ever seen. Not the guy that shows his trade after the fact. The guy that shows you the trade, why I entered the trade, how I entered the trade. Bang, bang, bang. I want to teach you what I've learned. I could pass away tomorrow. There's no guarantees I will be here forever. My goal is to teach you. Today I can teach you. Today I can do what I'm supposed to do. Let's get it in. So I like that we're seeing this beautiful flag here on the 5-day chart. I like that the 21 is crossing the 200. I've gone over this. I have 20 years of data to back up why I was bullish. I didn't just jump on the bullish train and say, oh yeah. I spent years. Everything I do, historical analysis creates the consciousness. You know what I mean? Through the historical analysis, you create consciousness. All right? This is pretty cool. Watch this. Citigroup alumni to offer Bitcoin securities without SEC's approval. Former executives of Citigroup will offer Bitcoin-backed securities. According to Bloomberg report published on January 4th, former Citigroup executives will offer Bitcoin-backed securities that they say do not need approval from U.S. regulators. The brazen move will see the issue start up what is known as Receipts Depository Corporation. The securities will be Bitcoin depository receipts that function similar to American depository receipts representing foreign stocks. According to the company, the BTC DR offering will provide institutions with access to the securities through U.S. regulated markets infrastructure and will be cleared through the depository trust girl. They're just like, whatever, we're going to do me anyway, yo. It's like, dude, you won't give us it? We'll do it anyway. You know what I mean? Forget you. We'll just do it anyway. And look, we pod to 44K. Bitcoin plowed all the way to 44,000. Look at this. Boom, boom, boom. And we revved all the way up to 44,350. You are in the money now. Huge if you took that call. Like huge. Absolutely huge. 44,000 for Bitcoin, baby. We did it. I just looked and I'm like, wait, 44,250. So I want to get back into the small price action. I think there's some scalping going on the 1 minute, on the 7. I'm getting excited. There's some action right now. Let me just finish my long-term analysis for the people that are just getting and need to zoom out. We got to service a lot of people. We got to service the people that want to trade live. We got to service the people that are new. We got to teach. We have so many people to make happy today on this live stream, and we're going to do it. We're going to do it. We're going to get all your super chats done. We're going to have a blast. Shout out to each and every one of you. That target up there is 63,318. That's just the target. That's the length of the pole to the upside. Golden cross coming on the 5-day chart. The 5-day is the answer. The 3-day has reset on the stochastics while going sideways. A thing that I teach. I already mentioned it earlier today. I talked about how far away the 3-day was for the 21. I said I didn't like that. I said we need to come back to the 21 for a next big pump. I didn't want to see us continue to pump away from the 21. That would tell us a massive dump would be coming. Every time you extend from a 21 too far, you're going to come down violently. It's what happened on the 4-hour yesterday, and that's why we did what we did. It all makes perfect sense. So now here, I want to see this interact and hang out. What's interesting is this is a technical breakout. The 3-day chart has technically broken out. Look at this. Like, it's really weird. But I mean, like, I don't know how else to say. I could kind of put it like this. But to me, like, it broke out of this little flag. Like, it broke out already. Like, the 3-day chart has broken out on a red candle. and the candle's red. Lately, I've been having some weird issues on the 3-day chart. I wouldn't be surprised if it's, 2 days and 9 hours, this candle will close, But wow, it opened right there, went down, came back up, still hasn't plowed past the top. It did get above the resistance of these green, though. The resistance was 44,190 on the 3-day chart. Unbelievable. 2-day has a massive candle after the big push to the upside. So now let's look closer at the daily. So bull trap, come back in. Bear trap, come back in, right? Business as usual. If you trade like me, then I keep trading the pattern as if the pattern never stopped doing what it was doing. Flatlined here on the stochastics and a bit of a bearish cross. Not a great sign right there for the daily on Bitcoin. We shall see. Beautiful move to the upside, though. And now look, the 22-hour getting the curve. And to me, it's the 4 hours time, the 8 hours time, the 6 hour. These three really want to take over right now. And so for me, the 4 hour wants to continue to the upside with hidden bullish divergence. So I showed you the hidden bullish. Again, if you don't know what hidden bullish is, it's going to take you some time to learn. I didn't understand hidden bullish immediately. It took time to understand, okay? It took time to understand. But this swing low to swing low, you'll get a massive mountain of price action. And then you'll get a swing down. And everything else will be curving, wanting to go. MACD looks great. Everything looks great. This says the 4 hour will continue to the upside. And it has legs. So that brings me to, okay, what now? So when the 4 hour looks good, but the 1 hour gets pinned, it brings me to the 15. And I start spending time on the 15 minute. All right? Why? Because it's the time frame that reacts pretty quick. And it's the intermediary between like the smaller time frames, like the 1 and the 7 and the 1 hour. It gives you that blend. You know what I mean? And when I say blend, I mean that cross between, because we want to see, and over time, you're going to bend your mind. Also, I don't know if you remember, but I looked at this kind of like an Adam and Eve double bottom in a way. Interesting. Anyway, it all played out to the upside. Also, was a bit of an inverted head and shoulder here that I looked at that could play to the upside. And then the target that we made. This was the initial trade right here, banging to the upside. And look, a gap in the VRVP. Once you get above this high volume node, you're likely to head to the next high volume node. That's just how the VRVP works. Understanding the VRVP will, and it's as easy as it looks. See, when I first learned the VRVP, I was like, it can't be that easy. Like, it can't be that simple. I don't like the word easy really, but it can't be that simple. My dad said, never listen to anyone that says it's easy. That was the one thing my dad said to me all the time. He said, if someone tells you it's easy, get away from them. He's like, nothing's easy. He's like, a sandwich isn't easy. My dad always said, nothing's easy. He said, I'm not here for a long time. I'm here for a good time. He did say that over and over again. So, hey, him and my mom both said that, and they were here for a good time. And they didn't extend their stays too long. You know what I mean? They didn't have to get too old and crumble away, which is kind of nice in a way, right? So this is why I was bullish on Bitcoin. The 200 SMA on the 1 hour time frame. Once you got above it, you knew a big shot was coming, and we got the big shot. Now, the 4 hour suggests we could continue to the upside. It does. This also, I know it wasn't perfect, but I had this kind of like cup and a handle. See? Anyway. Sammy Cup and Hattie to the upside. That was how the show began. If you remember, every single day, man. I can't believe we're still here banging on them to the upside. This week, I've given so many Bitcoin trades already that have hit. We've done amazingly well, everyone. I'm super proud of everyone that takes the trades, that learns the sauce, and that gets themselves to the next level. Rave Angel, you're doing amazing. DJ Diverge Dom, I love you, brother. Resi Rich, Ribs, Fingbook, Charles Kennedy, everyone that gave on the channel today, the $27 of chat revenue. You people are absolutely blessed and amazing. Thank you so much for each and every one of you, and thank you for everything you're doing for me and my family and my dreams. Every day you show up to this show, you push my dream further. Every day you come here, you give your value to me. So I'm going to continue to give my value to you. You get it? It's a reciprocal relationship in which we've created. I'm very excited to see where our relationship goes. I'm definitely going to meet you one day. You're going to meet me one day. We're going to have a blast. I can't wait. You can't wait. You feel it. I feel it. The energy I get back from the lifers is amazing. Is absolutely amazing. So the rising wedge broke to the upside, right? Boom. 68% of the time it breaks down, but we got that pump out. We got above. The moving average is curved, and you pumped up to the 200. Another thing we talk about all the time. The 15-minute is overbought right now. The 7-minute is getting overbought, all right? You're hitting some key levels. We could flip this upside down, all right? And we're going to draw a Fibonacci here. Then we're going to flip it back upside down again. And you can see that we did come right down to like the 706, a little above the golden pocket of the 786. Tends to be a reversal, just like it is a reversal here. Tends to be a reversal down here. However, I'm a moving average guy. And we just got above the 1 hour and the 4 hours showing signs of a bigger move. I'm also a stochastics guy, and the stochastics look good to me. However, 7-minute overbought, 15-minute overbought, 1 hour overbought. Not my favorite time to enter a trade, right? I personally did close my trade a little early. It pumped up really nicely. Right after I close it, it happens. Do I get a little funny feeling? Yes, but I push it right away. Tomorrow will be another day. There's many trades coming my way. I do not have to stress the $300 move. It would have been nice. It was probably about a $100 loss, a $100 difference, not a loss. I didn't lose anything, but you know what I'm saying. If I look at my position history over here, yeah, I sold 43,929 and then boom, right? We got to 44,350. And I was up 7. It would have been like 6, whatever. It would have been minuscule to my life, so it's not worth even thinking about, to be dead honest. It's not worth it. Anyway, so I'm looking for the 15-minute to cool off here, right? Top trend line is resistance here, where you can see this is where people would take some profit. So we hit that right. We hit pretty close to that area of the top trend line, right? But boom, we did it. We went from the bottom to the top of the trend line like I suggested we would. Pattern trading 101 off of the resistance to the upside, and we nailed it. Shout out to anyone that got into these areas, all right? Unbelievable. We made a few trades down here, actually. I was in and out a few times. Had I kept the original one, I would have been up like almost about $1,000, but it's okay. I'm taking the account where I want to take it, and that's what matters. And I'm not losing money, and that's the beauty. You know how many people come into this and lose their money? They don't end up making it. They don't end up becoming amazing. They don't become successful in trading. It's not going to happen to me. I'm going to make sure it happens. I mean, I already did it. You know what I mean? Now I just have to maintain the wealth. I have to just keep doing what I do. I got to stay focused. I got to work out. I got to keep myself disciplined. Stay disciplined, everybody. Stay disciplined. Discipline, 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 discipline every single day. I'm nowhere. You know what I mean? Like, I got 50,000 subs. I got a good life. Things are going. But the second I turn it off, it all disappears to nothing. And it's not sustainable for my next 30 years. So I need to keep moving, right? I need to keep moving. I'm nowhere. You know what I mean? Like, you don't pat yourself on the back and start acting like you're a big shot. You humble yourself. You bring yourself right back down. You know what happened to me today? Who here wants to hear my story? So I had to go to the bathroom. I was holding it in. I had to take a number 2 and I'm holding it in. Sorry, but I'm holding it in because I'm trading. And I don't want to miss a moment, right? And I know if I go, next thing I'll come back. It's happened to me. I go to the bathroom. I come back. The whole thing's over. So I'm sitting here like trying to move the stop loss, waiting. And I'm like, I got to go to the bathroom. Next thing you know, I got to live the stream. And I'm like, I can't do the stream and have to go to the bathroom. But the countdown was at 51. And I'm like, what do I do now? So I run to the bathroom. I'm like, I got to be able to take a poop in 51 seconds, which I'm pretty good at. I actually take really fast, So I do it. When I go, I sit on the toilet, but I forget to put the freaking toilet seat down. You know what I mean? So I sit in the bowl. You ever sit in the bowl? So I'm sitting in the bowl. I'm like, I get out of the bowl. I didn't go to the bathroom in the bowl. Let's be clear, all right? I flip back down, but like that was my morning. You know what I mean? That was my morning. You know what I mean? Oh my God. Exactly. I closed my long, he says, but no profit is bad profit. Exactly. I like banking profits. I don't care if it's 50, 60, 70, $100. I like banking profit. You know what I mean? That's what I like doing. Dude, I'm sitting in the bowl. Who here has sat in the, put a 1 in the comment section if you sat in the bowl. I'm not the first person to sit in the bowl, right? Who here has sat in the bowl? Put a 1 if you've sat in the bowl. Has everybody here sat in the bowl one time in their life? You know what I mean? You just went down real quick and the seat wasn't there and you end up in the bowl, man. Who here sat in the bowl, man? Don't lie. You sat in the bowl, bro. I'm just the only one telling people the truth. You know? People don't want to admit it, but you've sat in the bowl before. Like, you've messed up. You know what I mean? So, perfect place to sell. And, it could be a pretty close. It's a 706. It's a Fibonacci retracement area that we looked at. For sure. Rookie mistake. Making me crack up at work, man. This is all our first world problems, man, right? That's why old people at casinos where it depends, exactly. So they can just keep pulling that thing, you know what I mean? You guys are stupid, man. No bullshitting a couple times a month. This guy, a couple times a month. Oh, come on, man. been like a year or two since I did that. Jeez Louise. Closed $25,000 in profit on MYRO, baby. Unbelievable. God bless you, brother. That'll happen sometimes when you're in a hurry, right? I was taught to always put the seat down or else. It's cold one, right? So now I do see a possible short for Bitcoin. I do. And the short should come take us to the 21. 15-minute looks like it will lose the 200 SMA. You know what I mean? It may not, though. It may not. We're getting pretty frisky on the 4-hour time frame. However, it just, this hidden bullish is exciting for me. But right now, again, I can see when to get in and I can see when to get out. I know when price action installs. I know the short squeeze occurred. We got them. We got them. You know what I mean? And let me show you this indicator that I haven't used in a long time. The Lifer Liquidator. It's funny that I haven't put this out in a while. I hope it still works, right? Works really good in the 15. I think there was a time where it stopped working, right? Maybe it doesn't work anymore. I think it'll 1, 2, 3. Show me the money. Nope. All right, it stopped working, right? There it is, dude. This is awesome. All right, what this does is it shows us where the 100x, the 50x, and the 25x leverage people are on ML applications. It's like an API looking very similar to BOOKMAP in a way, but it's just visual status. So these are the 100x shorts, the 50x, okay? These are the longs. This is the 25x long, the 50x, and the 100. And then these are the shorts. The 100x shorts are yellow. The 50x shorts are here, and the 25x are blue. And then what you do is you double click this, and you just want to see how much liquidity they have to go for. And the market maker will usually grab what he can. And so look at all the longs down here. It tells us that we're probably going to shred down lower to 42.8 or into, you know what I mean? There's just so much. And it doesn't mean we're going to do it for sure. But it's saying there's a lot of liquidity down there. So there you go. You know what I mean? So just something to think about whenever I look at this. And I want to see where the people are on the order books, where their stop losses are, and do they get liquidated? Are they going to get hit off? You know what I mean? You can see we just liquidated a bunch of shorts. But now there's a bunch of longs down here that need to be cleaned up. That's a little too many. It's really consolidated. It tells me they may come back down and eat those people. All right. So just something to think about. You know what I mean? Keep on your radar on the back end. All right. So the 15-minute stochastics are high. RSI is high. We're going to go sideways right now. And what we want to do is fill this out. It should take about 2 hours. You can hit shift. You'll get this bars pattern here. 3 hours and 45 minutes. So I'm looking for one of these to play out. When one of these does play out, I'm going to take a long again. You get it? So I project my longs before they happen, and I trade them like so. All right? It's very simple strategy using the 21-day moving average, price action patterns, support and resistance, RSI, stochastics, VRVP, and Fibonacci, right? And the list goes on, right? As long as you didn't drop one in the bidet, everything's Gucci. Yeah, no. Sad to say, I have, like in America, my bidet is attached to my toilet. You know what I mean? But it works. Shout out to the 1,276 people here on the live. And everyone, go get yourself a bidet, please. If you're not shooting a stream in there of water, cleaning it out, it's not clean. Like, whoever said that wiping paper on your back, come on. My wife explained this to me. I married a Muslim woman. I then converted, and she cleans herself like 5 times a day. And she told me that the way Americans clean is unsanitary. And she made me install 2 bidets like, I don't know, 8 or 9 years ago, maybe even 10 years ago. In our 1-bedroom apartment, I put a bidet, and now I have 2 bidets. And all my toilets, I install bidets. If you don't have a bidet, you're out of your mind. You have no idea what you're missing out on. You have the cleanest ever. You know what I mean? Anyway, moving on. We weren't here to talk about bidets, but it's one of those things. You know what I mean? ALPH going parabolic like you said it might. Shout out to Mythic OG. Well, the reason why is because it got put out there. You know what I mean? By Token Metrics, and they say it's a 100x coin. So right now, I'm not trading right now. I closed my long. We nailed it. Shout out to anyone that jumped on in and jumped on out with me. We made gains again in the trading group. So, we made gains again. If you want the gains, if you keep losing, if you're using emotions, if you have no system or strategy, you have no idea what you're doing, join the trading group today. At least keep watching the live stream until you understand what we're doing, and then join the trading group. All right? Bidet stocks pumping. You guys are funny, man. I love y'all. I have a bidet. I strive to keep a very clean whistle. Amen. When I go somewhere without one, I feel dirty. You don't wipe your hands, you wash them. Wash your whole, exactly. Do you wipe your hands? I like that. It's a great point. When your hands dirty, do you just wipe them? No, you wash your hands. What a great point, man. What a great point. Baby wet wipes. If you ever served in the military, you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, I get it, right? Because you got to poo in the middle of the woods and stuff. Amen. Right? Bidet keeps the buzz. Bidet, yeah. So we can always look in the 1 minute to see if there's some action. But to me, I can see where price action is likely going to go. We're likely going to head back down. See how far away the 200 is? This is likely going to slowly make a move to the downside. Now, anything could happen. We'll see. The 1 minute may make a sharper angle or a better pattern. And the charts will tell us. I've had the 5 minute make a beautiful pennant right here, and then I've had to trade it even though the other time frames are overbought. I've had the 5 minute slowly come down and lose the 21, and then I know that we're likely going further down. The small time frames have taught me so much. But you won't know as much. The more you do, the more you're going to know from the small time frames. Like the more time you give the market, the more the market will give back to you. But you got to give it so much of your time and space. You got to give it. You got to give it. You know, no one gets, I didn't become the crypto lifer without giving thousands and thousands of hours of my time to the market. I did. I dedicated it. Some could say I missed out on so many other parts of life. I didn't get to travel. I wasn't outside as much. I was definitely in the charts. But when I'm not in the charts, I'm out there in life, enjoying myself, taking every single thing all the way. Like this Friday, I'm going out with my buddies. I'm taking them out to a nice steakhouse. We're going to have fun. Like I'm going to make sure we have one of the biggest nights ever. I'm going to have a blast. When I go out hard, baby. I'll tell you that right now because I work so hard and I want to enjoy myself. That's why when I drive, I want to drive in style. I want to be in a Cadillac Escalade, baby. You know what I mean? I work too hard. 7 days a week. I should get a nice ride to pick up bread at the store. You know what I mean? When I'm doing errands for my wife. I work my butt off, man. Straight up. We're going to watch the basketball game and go to dinner. Now she's pissed that I'm going to go to a nice dinner. Look at her. All upset up there. Wishing she was there. Wondering why I get to go on all these big dinners. Interesting, she writes. So grimy. I'm celebrating. I had one of the biggest nights of my life. I'm celebrating. Don't tell me what to do. Anyway, we will talk soon. Yo, we won't talk at all. Don't try to intimidate me with the talk. Yo, does anyone else's wife here tells you she's going to have a talk with you? Do you ever walk in and your wife's like, we need to have a talk? And you get like a sick feeling like you were in high school when the principal wanted to bring you into the office? Like, she thinks she can like control me with these talks. Like, we're going to have a talk, she says. Like, I'm like, oh, I'm supposed to be scared? We're going to have a talk? Oh, no, a talk? Like, what are you going to do? What are you going to do, huh? What are you going to do? You know what I mean? That's my line. My wife is not the principal. Amen. I'm not afraid of you. I'm not afraid of you, BB. Stack goes, real talk, right? Man, you're going to get in trouble. Boy, you better stop. She scares me, says Crypto Bellico. No, I never say that. I just talk. She's like, no, I don't say we're going to have a talk. I just talk. Shout out to Jennifer. We love you. They'll smash that jazz. All right. So look for Bitcoin to consolidate here in a nice little pennant. And then we're looking for another trade in about an hour and a half to 2 hours. That's Bitcoin in a bit of a nutshell. I gave you the weekly, the 5-day, the 3-day, the daily, the 1 hour. And we didn't really have to get in. You know, it's funny. Like some days I'm on the 32nd and the one I have to be. You know, when the market moves quick, you got to be on the smaller time frames. That's just how it works. This is a little flag here. Chance there's a little bit of action right here out of this flag to the upside. Measure move, take you to 44,630. Your chance there's some bullishness in the air. I map out all my trades. You would have some resistance right when you get to the top there at 44.35. I think it's unlikely based on the bigger time frames they need to pull back and how far away these moving averages are. You know what I mean? But it is a falling wedge that could play out nonetheless. I'm not going to take the trade, but it's possible. I'm going to relish in my win right now. But I would watch this closely. All right. Lifer, we see you're scared. You can't hide that. I know. I'm just front running. Like I'm, you know, like an animal like opens up its wings to look bigger. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to like scare her. Like I'm trying to let her think that I'm not intimidated, but I'm scared. I'm scared. When she tells me we need to have a talk, I get like sick inside. You know what I mean? It's horrible. Like I'm like, what is she gonna say to me? What's gonna happen? What's she gonna do? Oh no. She's coming for me. YGG continues to pump. Let's see if you can make a beautiful flag and continue to the target at 73 cents. Let's look at our baby Alephium. Really not a beautiful channel. You kind of had a double bottom. I guess it was like a broadening wedge in a way. A little bit of a flag, and then the flag pumped to the upside. You got a nice little flag here too. Interesting, 4-hour pumped out. And this is a token metrics pick. They believe it could 100x. You know what I mean? So I mean, just when, over 100,000 people saw the video thinking this thing could 100x. 33-minute time frame did break out. This thing's very bullish. A lot of people believe in it, and it's just getting started as an accumulation. So I wouldn't be surprised if it does continue to the upside here. The stochastics say it does. It's got legs and almost a little bit hidden bullish as this. Yeah, I mean, that's a downtrend while that's an uptrend. Tells you that the trend would continue to the upside. You should make a high above this high. ALPH looks like it could continue to the upside. Sam, can I join your group Paying with Crypto? Of course you can. Email cryptolifers@gmail.com. And my wife will take your crypto payment. She'll send you an address and you'll be in the group as soon as you want. Bang, bang, bang. Pregnant wife, she may take away your Cadillac keys. No, she never will. You know why? She told me the Cadillac saved her pregnancy. Because I've had to take the kids everywhere and do all these daddy things for the last 2 months. My wife's been on the couch, hasn't been able to move much. She's been sick. You know what I mean? With morning sickness and stuff like that. And but when I take the kids in the Cadillac, I get excited. So now, I'm like, go to the store? Sure. I'll go to the store. Like, driving that thing is so much fun that I like doing anything that I need to do with it, you know? I gave this trade to everyone in the trading group. I talked about this double bottom breaking to the upside. Now, we got the Bitcoin crash, so it came back up, but it stayed exactly in the pattern, and it got right back on track and continued. 1793 is the target. Celestia went all the way to 16, and it just went from 12 to 16 and made a 25% gain. If you're in the trading group, you knew about this coin when it was down at 225. I even bought it live on the live stream in front of everybody. I heard about it on the live. We bought it here. All right. Me and one friend made $50 for 15 minutes. Amen. Yeah. Shout out to Board Type Grow. Whatever happened to Aptos? I think it's actually pumping a little bit. She literally has you by the ball. Yeah, you're funny, right? Sam, can I join your group? Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Shout out to the 1,256 people on the live. 495 likes. Let's get the likes up to the watchers. I would greatly appreciate it. Thank you so much. Bang, bang, bang. And the excitement is over, but that 1 hour is breaking out right now. You're actually in the money. That trade is slightly in the money right now. I'm just not loving it. I say that we go into some chop and we make a beautiful pattern on the 7 or the 15 minute. More likely to me, but there's still a 68% chance you do get it. I mean, at the end of the day, that's a falling wedge that's supposed to break out. See? Compartmentalizing probabilities. And, right now you could stress the 4 hour and back. It's not going up, but right now in front of you, you have a falling wedge in the 1 minute. You know what I mean? That's how I became more successful with trading, being able to separate the differences. You know what I mean? And realizing what was in front of me. All right? And what was in front of me. Anyway, in TIA continuing to the upside, this is out of control. All right? Shout out to anyone that made gains on TIA. Bang, bang, bang. I mean, it's up beautifully right now, 40%, and all I do is scan the market all day long. I am a guy that puts a lot of pressure on myself. When I see a lot of people join the trading group, I have to perform. Otherwise, I'm nobody. I don't get to live up to the lifer idea. So my pressure on myself alone and my reputation is why I'm going to work so hard to make sure your $3 a day goes somewhere for you. If you join my trading group, I'm going to make sure that if you pay $3 a day, which is $99 a month, and you can even buy less if you pay it for the year, you can get it even less expensive. I'm going to make sure you will be, when I am done, you will know more than you knew before. You'll be more educated than you were before, and that education will get you to another level. Minor detail, but I like to know it shows the 21, the 50, 80, etc. next to the indicator name. I'm just using a 5MA. Yeah, you know, you go up here, you type in 5MA, hit 5MA, and then I'll just show you my 5MA settings. White, red, purple, blue, yellow, 21, 50, 80, 100, 200. A lot of times I take off the 80 and the 100. I'm really using the 21, the 50, and the 200 mainly. And I use an EMA sometimes. But the 200 EMA is very similar to the 200 SMA. They're almost like identical. And if you use them all the time, then you'll be able to front run how they cross. And that's another cool strategy, using EMAs and SMAs. But that's, you can do whatever you want. Your brain is an observation tower. The more you give your brain, the more it'll observe. The more it observes, the more data it collects. The more data it collects, the better probability you'll be at probability. So give your brain the chance to observe the market. That's it. You know what I mean? Make sure you have a clean head when you're doing it. If you're drunk all the time, you won't learn a lot. You know what I mean? Cook on SCI, coin bonk on SCI, bot coming, both coming. Really? So they're gonna put a bonk on SCI and a cook on SCI? Really, dude? And they even have, SCI up to 83. This thing is getting crazy. We were looking at it at that 73. It went to 86. Pretty crazy, right? And they're saying this could be the next Solana. You know what I mean? I mean, there's some talks. And that's why you never know. New coin enabling mass adoption of digital assets. The fastest layer 1 blockchain designed to scale with the industry. And again, trusted by the world-class operators, Coinbase, Jump, Layer 0, Frax. SEI, 20,000. Look, it beats Solana. Front-running prevention. Known, paralyzed, proof of stake. SEI, interesting. So SEI is continuing to grind. Jamie, this should be the next deep dive we do. Very similar to Solana. Bro Chain, so funny. King Nodes, Door Factory, Contribution DAO, Moniker, King Nodes. So I believe these are all staking pools. 4.44%. So you bridge your Ethereum to SEI, connect the wallet, boom, boom, boom. Okay. Can you use MetaMask with SEI? I like to get into these chains and play with them. You know what I mean? Wow, not available in your country. You seen that? So you got to use a VPN to use DeFi. It's so crazy. It's not DeFi then, right? It's just so weird, man. It's centralized the second you can't use it, right? Anyway. So remember, I see the pullback. It did exactly that. I said it was unlikely this would play out, right? I should get rid of it so people don't think that was my initial idea. I just wanted to look at it. But I see the 7-minute and the 15-minute and the 1 hour, just kind of going sideways here and figuring its way out. I know the Cook dev personally. That's actually pretty cool that you do. How do I buy Cook, though? Can you explain? Can you just write a real quick how to buy Cook? And get yourself an Iron SID today. I'm telling you right now, you can use this link right here if you want. And I'll get a referral point if you hook me up. 5 people have done it already. Only 5 of you guys? 5 of the lifers have gotten it. Want to get back on KuCoin? Only 5 of y'all? Maybe some of you have. I didn't actually push the link too heavily, but if you use that referral link, you'll be able to get yourself a bit Palau ID, which will get you access to every single exchange KYC. Yeah. What is the top side on TIA breakout? We'll take a look at it. All right. So this is Bitcoin in a nutshell. I see a pullback, likely to the 200 SMA on the 1 hour time, on the 1 minute, likely down to the 200 SMA on the 15, the 21. Right. Hoping we can stay above the 200 SMA. It just doesn't look likely based on how far we are from the 21. But let's watch the 7. The 7's got it, But again, I told you right after I sold that Bitcoin was likely going to pull back to this area. I didn't open up the short. I don't want to stress myself in a long and a short. I want to plan out my next long. I know where I want to be in my headspace. And it's nice to close my trade and to be able to focus on each and every one of you. I open up another trade. I have 3 things going on. I like to be focused on all of you and your trades and your life and what you're doing, right? And the education that I can provide for you. What does the plow ID cost? It's $250 a year, $1,000 for 4 years. I think it's highly, highly worth it. Highly worth it. It's crazy, man. You actually have a real ID, a physical ID. Like I have it in my wallet. Like they send it to you, right? No, I probably won't have it. Yeah, there it is. I'm just going to cover up part of it, you know. But you get a physical ID. Like you get a real ID. Your face and everything. Like it's kind of insane, you know. Anyway. The plow ID, man. It's the coolest thing in the world. So there you go. Back to the 21-day moving average. And anyone who took profits, we took profits. Smart idea to take profits. We did that. You know what I mean? No problems getting on KuCoin here in Texas. Whoops. I mean Iceland. So crazy. SEI to Compass Wallet from SEX and swap SEA to Cook. Send SEI to Compass Wallet from a SEX and swap SEI to Cook. Compass Wallet on the Chrome Web Store. Okay. So the Compass Wallet. Your trusted navigator for the fastest L1. Install Compass. Okay, thank you. Yeah, so I could just buy SEI, install Compass, and then I could buy... where is SEI's main swap? Right? Is it the SEI? Yeah. Me friend made a Twitter thread showing how to buy Cook. Amen. Amen. Where is it? That doesn't do much for me. Right? Like, where is it? All right, so pulling back now, and you already know that I expected the pullback. At this point, we can get rid of the lateral. It's more likely that we're getting the falling wedge and not the, not the sideways channel. But you never know. I'll keep it up for a little while later, and this is what I call the Twisted Sister. I'm teaching you. This is how you, and what I love about doing this is you're telling yourself immediately you don't know where price is going because you're making 2 different ideas, and you're saying if it takes one or the other. Now, you know the price is going to come back to the 21. So I've learned that I actually get better at doing this too. A lot of times I kind of know that it's a falling wedge. Why? Because the price is too far from the 21. I know there's going to be more of a vertical pull back to its initial feel, right? Like price wants to come back to the 21. It's going to do it every time. It did it here. It did it here. It did it there. It did it there. It's going to do it here again. That's what's going to happen. It happens on every single time frame. All right. Life or the talk is usually better than the silent stare. I guess you're right. ASTRO is the main swap for SEI coins. So now I know exactly what to do. ASTRO. So now this is a coin you may want to jump on into. ASTRO, right? Because see, this will if you miss an SEI run up and you're still thinking SEI is hot, then you get into ASTRO. I'm not saying to do that. I'm just thinking through this stuff out loud, right? So it's 22 cents, $43 million market cap. Look, it's moving on SEI in the 19 cent. This thing's going to start to move. Where can we get our hands on this thing? CoinX, of course. The newest coins that no one can get a hold of. CoinX is really where you can make some serious gains. We learned it firsthand with XNA as we got in super early, right, before everybody else. So now we're doing the due diligence. See, this is how you got to be able to make these ideas quick in your mind. You got to be able to make this, you got to be able to think these things through. They got ASTRO Classic, which is interesting. So wow, I mean, this thing looks like it's just about to get started on the 22 hour. Anyone here like Kyle Chasse? I just started watching his YouTube videos just every once in a while. They come on at night. I don't know, the guy's growing on me. Something about him that I think is cool. Am I wrong or am I right? Just, I want to know, anyone know who Kyle Chasse is? Anyone watch him here and there? Seems to know a little bit about what's happening. Saiyan is the first meme coin on Say might blow up. Yeah, he was talking about Saiyan last night. I like Kyle. Kyle seems cool. I want to do a collab with Kyle if possible. You know what I mean? I like Kyle's videos. Kyle Chasse. I found out about him like probably about a week ago. And then he was on Banter, like right after I saw him, you know. Yeah, he's good. Kyle or Life will collab. Yeah, if you guys know Kyle, let him know. All right. What do you guys know about the COQ coin? I mean, we like it. It's okay. It's been pulling back, though. Book of the week, The Indoctrinated Brain by Michael Nels MD. For those who wanted to trust the science, well, here it is. Love you, Sammy. Thank you so much for that. Kyle is awesome. He's the guy from, oh, see? Yep. You got to watch Club Shay Shay Pod at night to unplug. The Cat Williams interview was wild. Yeah, it can be crazy. So Astroport looks to me like it's getting to 40 cents based on the infrastructure and what's happening. You know what I mean? It just broke out with a big green candle. It's got legs to the upside. The daily looks like it's just getting started. So we just found out about this thing, and it's connected to SEI. It's where you can get a lot of the SEI coins. So if SEI continues to blow up, this is the radium. You get it? This is Solana's radium. When I said Ray was going to pump because Solana was going to pump, this is Solana's radium. This is SEI's radium. So this is to SEI as Ray was to Solana. And look, you guys, because I already understand how these infrastructures are built, right? I can make, so if I make a 10x on this, because I was able to understand how the DeFi ecosystem works, and I was able to couple what happened to Solana with what happened to SEI and make a move, right? So like, I just want you to understand, like when you make money in cryptocurrency, it's not like the guys that are moving and bopping and weaving and clearing gains. It's because we can see a lot of the things happening beforehand because we've been in the space for so long, right? Our time in the market has provided us with an ability to have a slight crystal ball when it comes to how, because they have to move through, the ecosystem has to be built. So it can only go in comparison to other ecosystems, right? Like that's all we have right now. And so when we compare the two ecosystems, we can see, well, how, and they're going to be slightly tweaked, but the structure is going to be pretty much the same. All right. And that's the key. So Astroport looks to me to go to 40 cents. I wouldn't be surprised. It's got hidden bullish divergence too as well. And I love this. You can go here, you can do a template and look, hidden bullish. And I can label that. And that looks absolutely beautiful to me on the daily and breaking out. It is a breakout. I wish though I've gotten a little earlier. It is on CoinEx. I don't get any commissions from CoinEx. I've only made a few trades there. I could affiliate, I guess. It's kind of, and a lot of things that get on CoinEx, next thing you know, I do see them on MEXC within a week or two. It happened to us with XNA and a lot of other things. So, are we going to open up the mics tonight, Sam? I don't know. It might be a good idea. I think we will. I think we will open up the microphone tonight on the weekly live stream. The only thing is when I do that, I don't get to push as much alpha. So that's up to you guys. Do you guys want to talk more amongst each other, or do you want to hear me talk the whole time? You know what I mean? I kind of want to interact with everybody. There's a really good vibe when I do that. I think once a month or once every 2 months, it's good to actually. So if you don't know, every single Thursday night from 7:30 to 9, we do a weekly screen share together. Sometimes it goes to 10, sometimes it goes to 11. It's gone to 3 hours, 2 hours, depends on where it goes. I try to keep it about an hour and a half. We go through my Tokemetrics account. We talk about coins to look at for the next week. I go over things that I'm looking at. We go over Bitcoin, the total, kind of get a game plan. I share my portfolio. We just have a blast. You know what I mean? And we just, so and I give you everything that I'm doing and things on my mind, even mental health thoughts, subconscious mind theory, how to stay disciplined, just, and that's once a week from 7:30 to 9:30, basically a private weekly screen share every single week. A lot of people say, hey, the 99 is worth just that alone. Like if you just did the weekly screen share once a week, I'd pay 99. Never mind everything else that we provide for you. I want to bring you so much value that anyone else would look at what I give for 99 and say, I can't provide that. That's just, it's unsustainable for me. All right. Nice tie, bro. Thank you. I appreciate that. I love this tie. I overwear it a little too much because I like it so much. Yeah. I believe I was wearing this tie the day my mother died. I really was. Yeah. I was wearing this tie the day my mother died. I think I was wearing this outfit exactly. I love this outfit. I have so many outfits I never have to replicate, but there's some I actually like. So even though I don't have to replicate, I can always put on a different combination. It's just something I like to do, Bang. We may get that flag now. I see what you're saying. Honestly, the length of the big, it's just a big, there's a lot of shorts that could get annihilated here. I still see the bigger pullback, but that's an aggressive turn on the Stokes. You know what I mean? Bang. I see what you're saying. Yeah. Anyway. Oop, bounce on the 200 SMA on the 15-minute. They don't want to lose the 200. See, we are bullish. It's likely we don't lose the 200 SMA. Interesting. And that could propel this 5-minute to the upside. So the 200 on the 15 is what's telling me I may be able to make this trade. I may scalp this. Hold on. Let's see here. Let's delete all my old work. Let's go back to the 5. Let's take a look. I'm getting late on this scalp too. That 15-minute hitting the 200 SMA gives me excited that the scalp could play out. And lately, I've just been taking little flags and taking them for what they got. And see, I'm light. I just use the Stokes, the RSI, the 21, and the 200. Like, I could do damage like that. I don't need a lot of move. I don't need a lot. I just need pattern, support, or resistance. And then I'm always looking at risk management. If it doesn't fit the risk, I don't take the trade. If you're rushing into your trades, I'll tell you what, when I was future trading, I used to just open up a trade back. Oh, I'll do this later. Every time I did that, the trade never went well. I told myself, if I'm not going to set the risk beforehand, I'm not doing the trade. It's just not happening. It's got to be done right or I'm not taking the trade. You know what I mean? Like, super high risk, but I'm going to take it because of the 15 above the 200 SMA. Certain parts of me don't love it, I'll be honest, but there could be just an expressive move to the upside here. $544 at 29x leverage, $15,559 trade, not a big deal. Risking $100 for like $400, nothing crazy, right? But because that 15-minute held the 200 SMA, there's a chance we just get pinned, and there's a chance the 4-hour continues to rip, pinning the 15 and the 1-hour stochastics to a high point. There's a chance I lose this trade in 2 seconds. It's I'm taking a very high risk. I'm very close to price action with the stop loss. I could easily get stopped out, okay? If you don't trade for a living every single day, please don't use leverage unless you know how to use it properly. This, to me, is just like a spot trade. There's no different. There's no difference between a spot trade and this trade to me. A little difference because I can get hit off a lot quicker. The risk is a lot higher. There's a lot more going on here. I'm leveraging someone else's money. But, anyway, let's move off the trade for a second. I like to leave the trade. But this thing looks like it's going to moon. And if people keep jumping in and SEI becomes hot and those coins become hot, how does Astroport not continue to pump? All right. And I mean, the thing is already out of control. If you think about it, in November 30th, it was at 7 cents. So this thing already boomed up a 5x. And even before that, when it was here, getting to Astroport at the beginning, when it was 2 cents, I mean, insane, right? Looks like you could have even gotten it for 1.5 pennies back in the day at the very low. So this thing's up 20x already. So SEI on the low has already made its move. See, these are the people that got in first that put this on our radar. Now we know about it. So again, I don't chase a daily candle, but I would be looking for the 7 like this. Now, not a lot of liquidity on CoinX. CoinX is tough. When I get into CoinX, I'm not trying to get in and out like on a day trade. It's more like I buy what I can and then I hold for a week or two because the order book is just, you're dealing with coins with very small market caps. So just remember that. I think a lot of people get pissed at the order book and pissed at the exchange when they're trading something with no liquidity. And they don't get it. It's like the exchange can't force liquidity. Like, they can do the best they can, but like if nobody's trading it and your stop loss gets pushed through, you know what I mean? So as soon as you set a stop to close, you will get stopped. Love the group. Anyone thinking of joining, I was hesitant at first, but they will give you all the tools you need for success. Just started my journey. Can't wait for the future. Hey, Pickle Rick, man. I know I just have too many testimonials. I'm going to say this out loud. Go find every single trading group that's ever been made. From, chart guys, Dan, I love those guys, to everyone, TMG group, from ICT. I have more testimonials than anyone in all of YouTube. Swear, I know it. I have thousands around the world, paragraphs, like You could sit here literally, I think, for 10 hours straight, and it would take you almost 2 days, maybe 3 days. Nobody has more testimonials than me. Compare me to someone else on my range. Like, you know, I love Frankie Candles. He's the man, but I look like our testimonials are just, they're just, like, nobody has these. Nobody. I'm telling you right now, nobody. Like, nobody. So the second you think, like, you don't want to take a shot, like, just sit here and read these. They go on for days. They're by the thousands around the world from people of all different backgrounds, men, women. It never ends. Look at this. These go on and on and on and on and on. Look, I'm still scrolling. It doesn't end. I could scroll for days. For days. Look at this. For days. If I didn't change thousands of people's lives around the world, how would this be possible? How could I have this? Look, it doesn't end. It's not over yet. Look, and I'm scrolling paragraph after paragraph after paragraph after paragraph. It never ends. It never ends. Super chats of people that have joined the group and made gains and then super chatted. These are the Telegram testimonials that came in beforehand. I've been doing this for years. Look at this. It never ends. You could sit here and read. Nobody on all of YouTube, and I'm going to say this, I don't care, from the biggest channels, nobody, and prove me wrong. Go out there and prove me wrong. I'm making the biggest claim right here. I have more testimonials than any single trading group, I think, in any trading group really that's ever been created, like online, like in the last 5 years. I haven't seen it. I've never seen it. Do your research. Maybe I'm wrong, but I just, so if you second guess for 1 second, the people are there to tell you. The people are there to tell you. Forget me. You know, it's all there. It's all documented. You know, I knew that trade was garbage. I didn't like that trade. I'm going to cut it off. Dang. Yeah. I didn't like the trade right off the bat. I didn't like the trade. Watch it pump now. Honestly, I know, I can tell what's likely going to happen because, you know, you're going back to this 21 on the 15 and the 7. I'm sticking to my initial idea here. I got kind of sucked in by that flag on that 7. I was looking at the trading group, actually. I got sucked in. I should have been on my own zone. But so look, I'm waiting for this to play out, and then we'll take our another trade. You know? Well, no matter what happens to the people of the group, our nice coverage seriously makes it easier for someone like me. Do you know Andy BigConsensus too, personally? We've met a few times. He's been on my show. Yeah. Man. So many people. I learned a lot of useful information on the live stream. You're on point. All right. Stop asking for a $100 gift, man. I can't stand a beggar, y'all. Please. That's the worst thing you can do is beg with me. How come you can already buy Grayscale Bitcoin? Because that's a fund. It's not an ETF. It's a fund. You know, it's been like that for a long time. Sam, I found a low-cap project on Sui chain called CETUS. Interesting. Let's take a look at what CETUS is. $7 million market cap, ripped from 9 to 10 cents. Good opportunity. I bought the dip, CETUS. It's on KuCoin. BingX, MEXC has it too. It's super low. See, MEXC, man, has the coin. See, that's why I love MEXC. That's why. If you don't have a MEXC in your repertoire, you're going to miss out. They have access to the coins just nobody else has. You know what I mean? You can see me trading leverage on MEXC. You can see me trading spot on MEXC. I bought that BMEX on MEXC. And while I love MEXC, man, 0.1 spot maker and taker fee and a 0.1 future maker fee. That's very small if you do a maker fee. Also, if you hold their token, they cut the fees in half. Most people are 0.6. They're already 0.1 below. They used to have the lowest fees in the game. They did raise them, but they're still lower than almost everybody else in the game. All right. Shout out to the fan funding and everyone that sent in the super chat. We're going to break it down and say hi. JD, thank you. Psychedelic, thank you. Goddess Love, thank you. Mythic OG, Connor Drama, Joe Alfio, DJ, Divergent Com, B, Frank Crypto, Resi Rich, Riff, Effin Book, Charles Kennedy, Keith Cannon, Spencer, and everybody here in Psychedelic. Your TA Broseph, how you feeling about that DOMI chart these days? Any thoughts on the ETF? I don't put much thought into the ETF. I'm going to tell you, I say it's 100% likely it's going to happen. Sam, what do you think about Casa? I think Casa is the shadiest coin ever, and I wouldn't touch it with a 10-foot pole. All right. And again, I don't mean to be rude, and I'm not trying to hurt anybody's feelings. I think it's a shady project. But again, who knows? You know, it did go from 1 penny up to 3. I don't know, man. It came out and just dumped on everybody. I don't know. I think it's shady. Yeah. And my favorite part of the week, as long as I don't accidentally draw during the screen share. Amen. The wifer is on these ridiculous comments. Really? What is she saying? I don't know. I don't even have time. She'll yell at me later. It's my favorite part of the week as long as I don't accidentally draw during the screen share. Why do you do that? Why do people do that? Why are people drawing on my chart during the screen share? What is going on? Why do you do that, Jamal? It's you? I finally found out it was you? Aha. MBVAR is about to rip. Mover. MOVR, you mean? Yeah. Yeah, the guy said, you guys are... Can you look at GGG? Just broke out of a descending wedge. Thank you, Johnny B. Okay, SHIDO is worth looking into. SHIDO, I like SHIDO. Yeah, we knew about SHIDO a while back, actually. SHIDO, too, is also interesting. SHIDO. It was Jamal. I know, right? Hey, Lifer, what's your take on Neo EVM? We went over Neo when it first came out about 3 to 4 weeks ago. It looks hot. Looks like it could continue to pump. I like it. It's interesting. I could see it definitely get big. Makes sense. Solana will continue to pump. Yeah. Thank you for the $25 super chat, Thor. I appreciate you, brother. Thanks for sharing your knowledge. Shout out to Catherine Brunetti. We love you, and we appreciate you. Thank you for being here, and thank you to all the awesome, beautiful people. God bless you all for jumping on into the live and being with me. 1,309 people on the live, 609 likes, $100 in chat revenue. You people are absolutely a blessing. Unbelievable. I didn't know we had drawing power. Oh, God. Now look what you did, Jamal. People are going to draw all over the stream now. It's going to be a mess. Oh, my gosh. Anyway. You guys welcome. Last time I posted me from FOMO buying and panic selling about the thoughts on VABI. Good for you, man. I appreciate that. Hey, Lifer, please look at Quant and EGLD, please, my man. Send in a TA or super chat. I cannot just jump in if they're not super chatted. There's just too many super chats coming in. All right. Too many. And let's start it off. We got AAVE, MYRO, SHIB. All right. And I got to post these somewhere where I can see them. I post them to the trading group now, too, so you guys have access to them in case one of them looks hot. We can remember it together, and you can be like, oh, yeah, he posted that, right? So AAVE. DeFi is taking off. AAVE is resetting on the stochastics while going up in an uptrend. Had the breakout, but Bitcoin brought it back down with a dumpage, but then it held pretty nicely. The daily's setting up for a possible move. The 22-hour setting up for a possible move. The 4-hour also looks like it's going to bounce on the bottom of the trend line. I'll be honest, that's an aggressive entry right now for AAVE, but to me, I wouldn't be surprised. AAVE is going to continue to pump. I bought into AAVE at $80. All right. And the thing went to like 500 and some odd bucks. I see it going to $1,000. It's a 10x, you know, simple 10x on AAVE. Again, I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing I say should be taken as financial advice. You can set the zoom so no one can draw on the screen. I'm pretty sure I can. Bitcoin about to create a hidden bearish divergence on the 15-minute. And back down we go. Yeah, the 15-minute and the 7-minute should be pulling back, in my humble opinion. Yeah. Hey, Lifer, did you get in on ELU? No, I never did. Lifer, wifer, angry is the... You guys are funny, man. So I see AAVE pumping. If Bitcoin comes down, though, this will break down. Rising wedges break down 68% of the time. $83 would be that target. But super bullish, super oversold on the bigger time frames tells me we can get a bit of a move to the upside. Not in love with this little bear flag here, and we do have to get above some key levels. And let's kind of zoom in here. You know, AAVE has resistance like right where it's at. Like resistance, resistance. We flipped it. So you got to flip 105 to remain bullish, in my humble opinion. But I'm overall more bullish on the bigger time frames for AAVE, and I do see it at $158 not too long from now. And you heard it here first on the channel for AAVE. Let's take a look at MYRO. I jumped into MYRO, all right? I jumped on in. MYRO, whatever you want to, MYRO, right? MYRO the dog. That's what I think about. Am I wrong, though? I have no idea what the hell it is. I don't care. I got into MYRO. And you know what? I like to be as honest as I can be. So whenever I get into something, like I'll right-click, open in a new tab spot. And I like to show you my MYRO holdings just because, I don't know, I think it's like, I don't know, I love being transparent. It like feels good. So look, I got $1,400 in MYRO. I'm up $600. I threw $800. Just, you know what I mean? I'll throw what I'm willing to lose. And a little meme. See where it goes. I mean, I probably should take my profit. This thing is at a very high place right now. It's getting pumped. Very overbought on the 22-hour, the 4-hour. Interesting. And it's getting it's starting to get kind of a rising wedge here. So it's either going to break up like absolutely parabolically or it's coming down, right? I don't know what this thing is. I don't even care about it. And it's at resistance too. You may see me sell something here. $800. I don't even know if $800 is pocket change at this point. Like $800 is like gumball. Like it's like under the couch. It's so crazy, man. Look, there's an Adam and Eve double bottom, broke to the upside. That's your measured move too. It says it could continue up to the upside. I want to see, man, if I should get out of here. 7 minute looks interesting. It's got a bunch of hype right now, but the bigger time frames say it has to pull back. And I'm up almost 700 on 800, right? That's the only thing about like starting to make a lot of money. Like you'll make like $1,000 a day and just be like, whatever. Like you make $2,000 a day, you make whatever. Like it just, you won't get a rush for money ever again, you know? And that's why you have to find that's why your purpose has to be big. You cannot make money your purpose. If, all the money I'm going to get, look what I'm going to do. Like, and then what? Like, it all frivels away. It's just pointless. You know what I mean? It's just pointless. So here, there's a resistance there. So if you could stay above 44, we have a chance. Once we lose this and we start dribbling down, I'm going to get out. All right? All right. Super chat, SHIB, stop loss and a take profit on AAVE, please. You find that on your own, my man. I'm sorry. Yeah. I'm not like feeding you trades exactly. Like, you got to figure out your own stop loss. I gave you the target, man. All right. Let's take a look at SHIB. I personally don't like giving people stop losses. I do it here and there, and I show it when I show my trade for risk-reward ratio. But I don't know how much you can afford to lose. I don't know where you sit. I don't know where you stand. I personally do not like having anything to do with someone else's stop loss. It's none of my business, really. Because you could put 10 grand in and be willing to lose 1,000, 10% stop loss. Or you could put 10 grand in and 1,000 could devastate you. I don't know where you're at. Like, you never want to take a stop loss from somebody else. If you can't figure out your own stop loss, then you need to go back and get it and go to my class and get education. Like, you need the education. All right. Hey, we got someone requesting SHIDO. That's dope. Crypto Clown World, we love you. So look, SHIB was in that symmetrical triangle. We said it could go either way, right? 50-50 shot. They normally break to the downside. I tell you that, even though I don't know why they're 50-50 patterns. They should be bearish patterns. They don't normally break up. You know, they're not 50-50, but this broke to the downside. SHIB did that. All right? So people want to know what's up with SHIB. SHIB's boring. SHIB is a boring coin. If you've been waiting on SHIB and you thought SHIB was going to be your one, I mean, it is a boring coin to be in. Period. Got it, sir. Just joined the group, so good for me to learn. I got a few dollars. Easy, mate. I'm 2 days in. Calm down. I didn't know you were in the group, my man. I have a lot of people that just ask. And don't ever tell me to calm down. It's the worst thing you could be doing. You don't want to be doing that. Yeah, you don't want to tell me to do anything. Yeah, it's the worst thing you could be doing. Trust me. Trust me. You do never want to tell me to calm down. That's the worst thing you could be doing. All right. Totally agree. Learn the basics of trading before you start trading. Yeah. I'll tell you to calm down. All right. How's that? No, I'm just... SHIB is way oversaturated. Get MYRO, the next bonk. Exactly. Everybody knows here, you don't tell the lifer what to do. You don't tell me to calm down. Do you tell me to cry too? Like, how many emotions are you going to tell me to take? You know, am I going to get calm? Am I going to get happy? You're going to tell me to jump around? What else are you going to tell me to do? You know what I mean? Like, am I a puppet? Like, do I amuse you like a clown? The Aussies are feisty, I tell you. All right, right? I'm not an Aussie. I only tell him things, right? Believe him, he's the lifer. Wash hands. Just funny, like. Shout out to Rooster with the lemon in the water. Let's put the lemon in the water. Let's reset. How am I funny? Funny like what? Funny like a clown? Oh, man, the old story of Ray Epps, man, that's insane, too. Anyway, hey, Lifer, hope you're having a blessed day. Wifer, someone reached out to you, Wifer, and they say, hope you're having a blessed day. Good fellas over here. Hey, I told you to write down the license plate 17 times over here, huh? Hey, I lived in New York for like 30 years over here. I used to go to Brooklyn and eat Rayos, huh? We used to sit there, Rayos, 14th Street, 114th Street, up in Upper Manhattan, huh? Well, you don't even know about the Heights. I take you to Washington Heights in a Poulet, eh? Hey. You get lost in the sauce. I take you to Brooklyn. You don't even know what to do with yourself over here. I take you through Mass, Pitt, and Queens. I show you where it is. I slept in the projects in the Bronx over here. Hey. All right, so let's look at Crow, TRB, Ben, Cook on SEI, Tet, Domi, dang, Triple G, Shido, Neo EVM, Skill, and Ponke. Damn, you guys are out of control with it. So when I look at the bigger picture, as long as SHIB holds this bottom trend line, we're good to go. And you're just, you know, you want to be able to step back, project, and watch projections play out. It takes time, discipline, and focus. I didn't realize my wife used the cutting board. Now my pineapple tastes like onions. I can't stand when that happens. When you get garlic pineapple, happens all the time. That's why I said 2 different cutting boards for 2 different things. I got a small one for garlic, like only garlic on that thing. You really have to have a garlic cutting board, a garlic and onion cutting board, and then you have to have a fruit cutting board. You got to separate the cutting boards. It's happened to me 100 times. It's the worst. Anyone else need help? Anyone need help? Hey, Lifer, please look at the quant and EGLD. All right, I got to get out of the chat. You guys are crazy. All right, okay, so look. The idea here is 1616, but wait for consolidation for SHIB. If it loses the trend line, look for a double bottom. You know what I mean? So I would be getting in there and there. Only really 2 places I would be looking at SHIB if I was in it. I hold it long term, but it's pretty boring to do. You know? Gives me a lot of pain. Probably should have sold it, but you never know. It was hot like back in the day. You know what I mean? Now there's going to be a new coins come up every day. All right? So Crow was the trade of the week. It looked beautiful. Bitcoin ruined it. Right? And that's what happens when Bitcoin takes a dump. It's going to ruin every setup. I don't care how good the setups are. We did get in the money at one point. Stop loss to break even. We were up 8%. We came down harshly on the wick to the downside. What you have to do is you just have to draw the pattern. If you stayed inside the pattern, then the pattern is true. So same thing here. If you stay inside the trend line, there's no reason why Crow can't get to 16 again. Right? So bang. I mean, nothing has really changed. I keep the alert on Crow, and Crow is still exactly where I said it was days before the drop and the bounce to the upside. If anyone look at quadruple sevens right when I put the thing there. What are the odds that would be quadruple 7? Every time the 7s show up. All right. So that's one thing to think about. All right. Let's take a look at TRB, which I don't even want to look at. It's like, but it's more of an experiment at this point, right? So TRB pumped and dumped to the point where people don't even know what to do. The TA has been absolutely ruined. Like, it just, you know, you need smaller time frame to really even assess. I'd stay away from this thing. I don't know what to tell everybody. You know, if it's a long-term project that you believe in, I don't know. Take it. I don't know, man. You do whatever you want. I ain't touching it. I don't even want to do TA on it. I'm done with it. You know what I mean? It's trash. Like someone manipulated the price of this thing. I don't like that. You know, I like projects that people buy, get some pumps, get some movements. Now, it may make a nice gap in the VRVP right back to the upside. It's got a bit of a cup and a handle, and it's getting probably oversold in the daily time frames with some wicks back to the upside. You could pull a Fibonacci. I don't even know if you can include that insane wick though, because it wouldn't even make sense. But it would say you're at the 886 retracement. If you just use the candle wicks there, you're coming down to the 786, which is more realistic. It technically has hidden bullish divergence, which says that it should continue to the upside. So this is how it could kind of like get a sense of normalcy. I can't believe I found like structure to this. Like I didn't think I would. So this is it. Like we need this, right? We need a nice path. Back up, back down. And I did this the other day thinking I would like it. I don't like it. I'm going back. I'm going back to the line. Yeah, it's just better. So that's how TRB can recover and get to 463 again. All right, after the melee. So that's what I would be watching if I was into TRB. All right. Redodo, huh? I usually don't pick things out of the chat, but sometimes I pick things out of the chat and they became like Redodo. I've never heard of this coin. Someone just talked about it. $15 million, 4943. All right. No idea what it does. Got an Ethereum address. Reinvented the gambling experience. The casino world is about to change forever. We're replacing the centralized ownership with an open source ecosystem of players, builders, and bankrollers. I mean, Rollbit was hot, right? We know gamble and casino coins are big. Look, it looks like Joey Paris put this out, right? Redodo. Oh, so it's like Lotto, right? And what is the RID though? Reinventing gambling, Redodo. All right, so it's a newer coin, brand new. I've never heard about it, and you hear about new coins on this channel every single day. That's what we do. We deep dive. Where can we find this puppy? On Uniswap for ETH, on Coinstore Open Ocean, so only for ETH, and Pancake Swap for Wrapped, RDT for Wrapped BNB. So it's got a Pancake Swap address. I might throw like $500 in this on BNB. I haven't done a BNB coin in a while. Gambling's hot. This could take it up. I'm seeing bigger people talk about it. We're getting in very early. 63% already in the self-circulating supply. It's a good sign. 500 million in the supply. It's actually pretty small compared to some of the coins out there. Let's take a look how many people are saying it on their Twitter. What they got, a 68,000. December 20th with their pin. See, when your last pin comment was like 14 days ago, I question you. Like, come on, there's nothing better to pin since December 20th. So I'm very critical, right? I'm very critical. Guess the number. Predict the first of our upcoming jackpot. Pick a number between 0 and 9. And first one to guess the correct digit gets $5 worth of RDD to buy the ticket. $5? Come on, man. Fast evolving world of gamify scams are lurking. Many projects claim big promises, but Redodo stands out with a proven track record, full transparency, and community-driven ethos. Redodo. Dude, you just gave us something worth looking at. It's got a good narrative. Doesn't seem like it's going to be a rug pull, but you never know. Do your own research, please. I am not a financial advisor. Nothing I say and do should be taken as financial advice. Please do your own due diligence before getting into any project corner trade. But look, today you learned about Bitcoin, right? Went over the charts. Kind of told you it was likely going to happen. The charts are going to go sideways and make a flag. That's what's going on. We knew that was going to happen. The 7-minute was going to reset to the 21. Now the 7-minute could pump. 15-minute is actually turning 2. And what I like is I can get rid of this falling wedge. It looks like the 15-minute may be holding this zone. We may be consolidating here. I'm about to take another shot. The reason is the 7-minute has found the happy place that I like. And then the 15-minute is showing that it may be holding this as support and resistance. Yeah, it's a 5-to-1 risk reward ratio. Even further if I get all the way up to this. Yeah, that's that. And that is the target. And that target hits the exact resistance at 45,450, 45,45, right? I'm going to watch this play out. The aggressive entry is now for the cheapest, but if it goes up and down, you might get a little higher, but it'll give me a, So this is the deal. There's two ways to trade. There's ways to take the aggressive entry knowing you get the cheapest price, or you can get a higher price but have a better feeling because the consolidation gives you a high probability that things are going to play out in your favor. You see what I'm saying? So, and you only get that from trading thousands of different trades, and then you find the two different areas that you like. I found two gems, LMY and VAD, both low market cap projects with real world use cases. All right. I'll tell Jamie. And I'll put my team on that. See, we have 1,000 heads working it all the time, man. LMY and VAB. Hustle Media kept mentioning that crypto. Redato. Bencoin Super Chat. It's V1. That's strange. Need Sam to look at it. Yeah, Bencoin is only V2, man. You had to turn to Bencoin V2 a long time ago. Redodo can be swapped on MetaMask. Yes, it can. Yeah, I see that. It seems like it could be swapped for 2 different chains, too, as well. All right. Now, the 7-minute looks like it could get a bounce now out of a flag. See? Instead of my 5-minute, the 7-minute. And I wouldn't have lost any money had I just let the trade alone. See that too? But when I'm trading and I'm also live streaming, it's like I like to get things out of my head so I can focus. So sometimes it's better for me personally to cut off a trade so I can focus on what's in front of me. You know what I mean? Like, what is up with XRP? XRP looks like it's likely going to make a big move at one point, you know, but it looks like it's going to take about 2 weeks. All right. So this is what I'm watching for Bitcoin right now. All right. I would redraw the same idea. This is the next possible trade that I'm looking at for BTC. I project the trade way before it happens, and then I see if the trade, if price action fills out the trade. You get it? Do you think I could turn 45K into 500K this bull run? 100% you can. No, why not? 100%. Shout out to Alex Garcia, man. God bless you. Hope everything's well with you and yours. I just woke up and we've checked out Solana. I'm not on my computer, so I can't pull out a graph. A chart? A graph, that's funny. So Shiba Inu is the wave first utility meme on Solana. Thank me later. Soul SHIB. Interesting. Fidel Escobar, Soul SHIB. Really? How about 100 bucks to 5K? In less than a week, 40K to 1 mil, right? Ben Cook, SEI. So Ben Coin. The problem with Ben Coin, right, is MEXC only has V1. But it's over, right? So like this chart's done because nobody trades Ben Coin anymore, right? So you can't really use this chart. So what you would have to do is you have to go to Ben here, get Ben V2, all right? Get the Ben V2 contract address, and then head over to my baby Dex Screener, which nobody uses, by the way. Like, I'm the only guy that I see use Dex Screener. I don't see anyone using Dex Screener. Board Type Crow took 50K into 4 mil last bull run. Monkey haircut and horse meat on Solana. Thank me later. Monkey haircut. You guys are silly, man. So then you would look at the chart here for Ben. Ben is in a tough spot. I mean, it's down hard, right? Let's be honest. Ben has claimed, though, that he will leave Twitter if he doesn't get it into the top 100 or something crazy. So he'll do everything in his power to make it happen. You know, you can you go from there. So a lot of buys today for whatever reason for Bencoin. I own some Bencoin to see what can happen, right? Chonky is the next meme on Solana. Chonky, no leverage. Guess Ben will be leaving Twitter then. I don't know. I just read that. I didn't know that. I know Ben personally, so I'm not trying to. I wouldn't put Ben in. It would need to do 400x to get to the top 100. Sam, is your RSI setting on default? Yes, it is. Yep. Yeah, so that's something interesting there. All right. Okay, so we found out about Astroport today. We found out about Redato. We did a lot of awesome deep dive. I'm super excited. LMY rug pulled, man. So get out of here. You're funny. You're funny. Thank you, Jamie. Teddy Bear, I just want to have a portion of your knowledge, and that's the reason I joined the group. Pay for the class and pay for the leverage class as well. Live, laugh, love. God bless you, and you will. You will. And you'll be a better person for it, and it will only help you later on in your life. You know what I mean? I told my dad to buy Bitcoin at 16K. Instead, he bought 100K, 100,000 on 4 acres of land. And what happened? Did he lose the money? You know what I mean? I mean, I get you're right. He would have tripled up, and then it would have been a lot of the land. When their influencers get into making their own coins, it's the beginning of the... Okay, cool. Both those coins, VAB and LMY rugged, and VAB was garbage. So my team just said garbage. You guys need to do better. Not you guys, just whoever gave me that coin. Sorry, I don't mean to be rude. Still not in love with the movement here. I'm not jumping in yet, but it's interesting. The 15-minute looks like it could get some movement. The 15-minute looks interesting. We'll keep it on that Binance chart. It looked the cleanest and the neatest. Oh, look at that. So nice and neat. How we take chaos and put it in such a neat little package so we can see exactly what it looks like. And so we can clearly plan our next trade out without being crazy, and we can be logical about it. All right. Bitcoin 1-minute cup and handle, 15-minute bouncing off the 200. Looking bullish. You're looking at this kind of like a cup and handle? I don't know. Or you see this as a cup and handle? Yeah, a little cup and handle there. No, this is a good sign that we're holding the support zone. It's really, this previous resistance is becoming support right here. See, resistance? We're holding that node. That little price node. It's not a volume node. It's a price node. And being inside the VRVP suggests that we gap through. All right. So wow, you swap AJAX for Fetch AI. I own both. Would you swap AJAX for Fetch? I own both too. My dad called me crazy for investing all my money on crypto. A lot of people did the same to me, but look where I'm at now. So I don't know. You know what I mean? You do you, man. You know what I mean? Sam's node, price node. Yeah, I'm a parent. I'm more in crypto than my 27-year-old daughter, Jennifer Moffett. I love that. I wish that was the case for me. But my family, you know, they needed some time to figure it out. It took some time. All right. Investing in knowledge is a must. Just joined the group yesterday. Thank you. God bless you. Appreciate you for doing that. Tried to tell my dad to buy Bitcoin at 35K. He said, I can't afford one. I said, that's why it's called Bitcoin. You buy bits. He looked at me like I had two heads. Dude, I love when I tell people to buy Bitcoin and they say, but it's 30,000 a coin. I can't buy that. And I'm like, you don't buy a whole coin. You know how many people still don't know that you don't buy a whole coin yet? Like, that's how early we are. It's insane. It's insane. Now, this is Cook Simpson and Cook Protocol. Two different things. Cook on SEI, right? Is that Cook Finance? Let them cook. It would have an SEI address there, right? Ethereum, Avalanche, C-Chain. I can't find the right Cook, you know what I mean? When you advise someone to get a car, they don't need to buy the entire car company. Most people laugh until they show them the gains. Then they start to listen. I'm teaching my daughter investing, and her mom is the biggest FUD, I believe. She'll know in due time. Yeah. I'm heavy into KDA. You need patience, Pickle Rick. I learned to have patience. I talked to a lawyer I work with about crypto. He said, isn't it expensive now? Oh, my God. Yo, these people are so out of their minds. It's like, even rich people that like have made money other places, they just can't figure it out. You know what I mean? It's just nuts. The 444s. The 4s have been coming out right lately for me, and I've never seen them, but the 4s all the time lately. Let's take a look at Tectum. Now, I like Tectum. I remember when it first came out, I was thinking about it, and I wanted to get into back here at 11. It went to 28, right? I don't think I ever ended up purchasing it. Crypto Seth put it on my radar on Twitter, and, you know, a couple times I picked something he liked, so I was like, all right. You know, when you like something, they like something, it can give you like, okay, I see what he's doing. Pumped out on the daily, has a measured move all the way to possibly 38.69. All right. My 9-year-old saw the stream and thought I had 45K Bitcoin. Can't wait to own a whole one. Coworkers laughed at me and my Roblox coins. Now they're asking how to get in. Tell yourself every day you will not miss a move. It'll teach patience and to have a plan on which trade to get into. Amen. Seize the day. I love you, brother. Thank you for saying that. God bless you. TIA booming If you could only buy one full Bitcoin, only 3% of the world's population will be able to own one. Isn't that crazy? You're kidding me. I see 44 all time for 2 weeks. Yeah. The best collection, Crypto Lifer. What do you think about Hive Mapper? I don't know enough about it to tell you, honestly. I'd be rude to give you, I'd be rude to kind of give you my assessment because I don't know. You know what I mean? I don't know. I think I'm going to cry myself to sleep tonight because I only had 1,300 viewers and I had 1,500 yesterday. I think that's going to send me into a deep depression. You know? No, I'm just joking with y'all. But you guys are really turning it up. You're turning it up. Which cook is it, man? I don't know, bro. You know what I mean? You got to tell me which cook it is. You got to say at least the contract address. You got to do something for me. I got to move on, all right? We've already wasted enough time. And I may be missing out, but I'll have one of my team members look it up. That's what. Usually one of my team members grabs it by now, and then they'll have a report for me. They'll find out which one it is. DOMI Online just continued to go sideways and do nothing. All right, it got excitable when it was up here and said, "Hey, can you stay in a more lateral channel?" But it did not. And now it's attempting to do a double bottom. You know, I didn't buy any of this. I don't own any of it. Could be a bigger gaming coin. I just, for some reason, it doesn't speak to me. A coin has to speak to me. I have to do all the due diligence, all the sauce, and then it also has to kind of say, "Hey, Sam, I'm gonna 100x. Trust me, I also look a bit at the marketing and the name, and I don't know. DOMI Online doesn't really do much for me, but you never know. A lot of people like this, and it could be making like a lateral. It could be making a slanted Adam and Eve here, and that's what you want to see. If it does that, then you're in for a big pump to the upside. I'd be watching this Adam and Eve play out if it does for DOMI Online. Otherwise, it has to breach this diagonal trend line, get above the 200 SMA on the 4-hour. Once it does that, boom. So I'd be looking for the 200 SMA to get breached on the 4-hour time frame. If it does that, we're good to go. All right. Shout out to everybody here on the live. If you just jumped on in, all right, I want you to know that we love you and we want you to join the trading group at CryptoLifer.com. CryptoLifer.com is the place to be. Check it out anytime you want. All right. CryptoLifer.com. Check us out, all right? Join today, learn what's happening, and join our newsletter. This prompt will come up if you go to the website. Bang, bang, bang. Can you check chunks, please? I don't think I'll be doing that. You know what I mean? I don't think I'll be checking chunks. I appreciate you, though. Thank you. Yeah. Is today the day I join? I mean, today, whatever day you want to make it happen. And honestly, everyone wonders if it's like monthly, and no, it doesn't do that. Like, if you join on the 4th today, then it resets on the 4th. If you join on the 10th today, it resets on the 10th. Every day resets. There's no one mass day. It's not like corny Patreon. Patreon's corny. You know what I mean? Get off of Patreon as soon as possible. That company steals from creators. It is the worst company on earth. Stack McChange got the terminal for me here. Cook, SEI. Thank you. Appreciate it. So it's in a cup and handle, emerging cup and handle. It's crazy how much technical analysis I do a day. Like, it's insane. I'm lucky I have my head on straight after all the coins that I go over a day. I know about almost every coin that like lives. Every day, each and every one of you bombard me with new information, new news. I could see 100% gains coming out of this thing. Honestly, previous support becoming resistance. I like that it flipped that area. Cook. And where is it? Astroport. So Astroport will get pumped likely if people get into Cook. I like this Astroport idea, and this whole SEI is just getting started. And honestly, it's about to do what Solana did with Radium. I'm telling you. And so there's a chance that Cook really does run. Liquidity is small. Market cap is 3.9 million. A very, very, high risk coin. All right. Very high risk coin. Hey, Sam, Neox gaming coin is pretty sick. This week I've earned 700 tokens for playing Fortnite. Yeah, people like the fact that they can make money playing Fortnite. And I've heard you can make money with the NEOX coin and Neox. Pretty awesome. Pretty exciting to hear about too as well. All right. GGG, you know, guild. Let's see here. Good Games Guild, baby, on KuCoin CoinX. I looked at it. It came to a 706 retracement. It's now in the golden pocket. It's likely going to retrace from pump back up to the upside from here. I've seen this happen to hundreds of assets around the world, from, you know, the Toronto Stock Exchange to the New York Stock Exchange, all the way to cryptocurrency. It does not matter. So this is in the sweet spot. Inside of the golden pocket, I could see this thing pumping all the way up to about 38. You know what I mean? All right. Any chart I open in the 50-minute looks like we are done with the left shoulder. Head and going down to build the right shoulder. Interesting. I just know that we're gonna like slowly have to come back to the 21 on the 1 hour too. We're too far away from the 21 on the 1 hour time frame. All right. MEXC is the place to be. Jump on into MEXC. I'm telling you right now, you won't regret it. We have a link right here to my referral link. I do get a commission if you jump into MEXC. I greatly appreciate it. Super nice. Thank you so much for doing that. I Trust Capital, channel sponsors. We love them. I Trust Capital, you can move your Roth IRA or IRA into the I Trust Capital system. It's amazing. You can buy and sell tax-free inside of the IRA. It's amazing. And they are regulated. The way you custody is way better. It's way different. And you really, really like it and appreciate it. So jump on into I Trust Capital today. It's long-term. When you're 59, you take it out tax-free, depending on kind of how you go about it. But I love the long-term idea. There's nowhere else where you can be as crypto-friendly, and you can get into the gold and silver and cryptocurrency in the same IRA. I Trust Capital is amazing. I look and seek for the best companies out there that can give you the best. And I like I Trust Capital. I believe they do. Also, why I couple that with BingX? Because BingX works super hard. They have a crazy team. They're amazing. You can trade the S&P and Forex in the same place. You can't really do that anywhere else. You may need a VPN to trade Forex and some other things, and the S&P. That's kind of how it works, all right? I don't like using a VPN when I'm live. That's why I don't trade BingX live, but sometimes I do trade BingX when I am not live, all right? Super chats, DOMI, SHIDO. We already looked at NEO, EVM, SKL, PONKE, and Sol Casino Token, SCS. I mean, casino are going to get big. Have you ever used Hull Suite and Toot indicators? Curious. No, never even heard about it. Not once in my life. Yeah. And I don't want to know about it. I have a great system for me. I'm done. For the rest of my life, I'm done. Like, I'll add a few little tweaks and stuff, but no, I'm good. V4 ripping, about to make a move. All right. You inspired me. I hope one day I can understand the charts the way you do. You will. If you put in the time and you want it bad enough, you'll get it. If you put in the time and you want it bad enough, you will get it. Everyone here, you can create the reality that you want. If you believe you can, you're in control. The second you're not in control, then you're not, right? So you're in control if you are. So if you believe you're in control, then you are. Okay? Super important concepts. Like you create your destiny. You're in charge. No one else is. The second you're not in charge, then someone else is. You get what I'm saying? So either you put your foot down and you say, hey, I'm the one. I'm going to do this. Or someone else is going to take control of your life for you. It's really simple. Either you plan, either you're part of your own plan. If you don't plan, you're going to be part of someone else's plan. I used to say that to myself all the time, and I realized I was working on David Letterman shows for David Letterman. He was making money off my hard work. He wasn't cutting me the check. Like, he was making millions and just giving me a little bit of labor cut. And all the big hard things that I had to figure out to keep his millions going, I never got a piece of. And so after years and years of working in the television industry and giving everything I had to them and not getting much back, not getting raises, getting treated bad, having people treat me like, a piece of garbage, really, like just people with lack of self-respect, feeling very low, I decided it was time, and thank God for cryptocurrency. I always love those memes where someone's like, Bitcoin's up 20% today, and the boss says you're late, and he's like, watch your mouth. That's how I used to feel. I used to come into work. I made like 40 grand that night, and I walk into work, and everyone was like, and I just be like, I could walk out of here in 2 seconds. In my mind, I was like, I'll walk out of here in 2 seconds. Like, in the 2017 bull run, I was making bank load going to work, right? And I remember, dude, Neon EVM looks like it can make a nice pump on gate, all right? I'd watch this. If it channels, it's aggressive entries right now. But if it channels, comes up, comes back down, breaks out, and bounces, that area, this area, and that area, all three of those areas are places I would be looking at it to gain an edge here on Neon EVM. So I like what I'm seeing for it. It could eventually go to the upside. It's continuing to move up. A little bit of dip there, but so far so good. That target takes you to 627. And I love using the price note, and I just made it bigger and colored it my own. You can make these whatever colors you want. I made it black and yellow, black and yellow. So this is Neon EVM. Neon USDT, all right? All right, I like what I'm seeing for Neon. If I don't like it, I don't put it out, right? It's just like, Funny, you gave us PONKE a long time ago. I do remember this, right? Let's see what happened to it. It's funny because there was bonk, and then you gave us PONKE. Someone gave this to us on the channel. So PONKE's down the dumps, man. You said it was pumping today. Oh, come on. Don't be horrible to us. You really put this on the radar today, and it went from the butt. Come on. All right. You need a lesson in super chats, man. Don't waste our time again. All right. We appreciate it. But come on, man. Don't try to put. Some people try to come here and pump their own backs. They try to say, well, he'll put out a coin that I like. You know what I mean? Don't do that stuff. I'm not saying you did it, but I'm just saying don't do that stuff. We can see right through the nonsense if you do that stuff. You know what I mean? I'm not saying you did do it. I'm just saying it looks a little like it's down in the dumps and you're trying to breathe life into it by having me talk about it. Like, come on. You know what I mean? Don't get bonked out of here. You know what I mean? So I looked at this last SHIDO, came all the way down to the 786. That was your place to get in, and then it bounced all the way back to the upside. Very weird chart. Strange market structure. Doesn't look amazing to me. I mean, it's so early. It doesn't have a lot of information on the chart, on the Mexi chart at least. It also has like very strange candles. Like, look at those candles. This is weird. I wouldn't trade it unless I held it long term and believed in the project itself. Possible swing trade for SHIDO. Just, I don't know, something I'm not feeling, but it could pump. You know what I mean? Down 50% on PONKE. Yeah, see? We did DOMI online already. And SKL. All right. And while the show just keeps pushing. So scale, I had it in this flag early, right, at 6 cents. And it pumped. Now it's all the way up at 10. Had this flag, though. We got a little minimal, and then it didn't. But it put the stop loss into profit. It did play out. So scale's got a beautiful double bottom. And it broke above a resistance. Right? And you can see it can gap right up to here, and here's just really not a lot of resistance for it. 3-day chart's a little high, but you did get the gold. You got a cross, and you're getting a golden cross soon. So find your closest support or resistance, which is right there. Flag this out. What you'd like to do is see this flag out on the 3-day and reconnect with that 21-day moving average. Same here on the daily. So this tells me that this is likely going to pull back at some point. It already is, you know what I mean? But it's going to consolidate. It's going to find its pattern. Consolidating is when it makes the pattern, all right? Paper or bidet? You guys are so funny, right? What do you think of AGI Delicium? I actually think it's cool. It's interesting. I jumped in on your F call last month on the rising wedge. It's doing well. Where do you see this thing going? We went over it already at the beginning of the stream. Just click on the super chat, the timestamp at the end of the stream, and it will show you where we think it's going to go. And then people like this SCS, Seoul Casino Token, 006, $6 million market cap. Orca Jupiter Radium, all right? It's got that Seoul address. Got that soul, baby. He's got soul. The kid's got soul, man. Solana Casino Token was beautiful if you knew about it on the low. So if you were on the inside, you got on here, and then it went up, and then you rug pulled everybody and dumped on them. I mean, maybe it keeps going. Let's not get too risky here, everyone. Let's keep some, main market cap coins up. Let's chill out. All right. So Bitcoin, it's a Thursday. It got the pump right there to the upside on that 7-minute, likely, which means we're holding the zone. I like this idea. I like the trade. I like the fact that we're holding previous resistance as support here, and we got low on the stochastics. We reset. 15-minute and the 7-minute both reset. We stayed above the 200 SMA, and the 21's crossing the 200 SMA. It's a good sign. It really is. I like what we're seeing here. Look at that pump. Bam, bam. Falling wedge break to the upside 68% of the time. 68% chance this was going to happen. It just needed its moment, right? I feel like it broke back inside, but strange pattern. But it was a flag nonetheless that did break out. BOOKMAP has liquidity to the upside here. Says we're going to go up to 44,000, maybe even all the way up to 46. Look, yeah, the closest liquidity now is further up. They kind of so yeah, it says we go to 46K. And there's this giant book here at 44.8 all the way to 45,000. I mean, usually when I see a red order this close to price, they squeeze the shorts. So it's looking like the shorts are about to get squeezed again. I would be careful shorting the market. I'm watching this. I'm going to update these as the trade goes, as these continue. That was the trade there that I did put out. I didn't jump into it. Maybe you did. It's already up in gains at that entry point. It's a 7-to-1 risk-reward ratio. It's almost like a have to get in. I'm going to reassess the situation, take a breather, and then if I see something that I like, I'm going to get into the trade, all right? One other thing that I want to kind of talk about is just the ES1 and the S&P futures. I don't want to abandon these ideas, and so the last time I was with you, I talked about the fact that we would do a twisted sister and come back to the 21-day moving average. We did that. It looks like we're going to form this type of flag here, like so. We can get rid of the top flag. So I was waiting for the pullback. I told you it was likely going to happen. It happened. Now we're just waiting for the daily to reset, which it did pretty nicely. Like the daily reset, very, very nice. This is a beautiful sign. Fine, we didn't retest this, but just look for us to retest here or here, these two levels. And then we broke out. Like this flag broke out. You're outside of the flag. Just make a little flag after a big breakout. This is continuing. I'm calling the S&P next October, somewhere at $7,300. They're going to print money the entire year. They don't have a choice. They're going to continue to print money, especially during a year where they're trying to get back into office. They're going to want to, they dupe the people. That's what they do. They never tell the truth. So they're going to want to pull the wool over your eyes again and try to make it look like, So we know they're going to print money, and then they're going to deal with the pain later on after the election. They do it every single time. They will do it again. Mark my words. And we already know they have to print money because they've promised too much, and they don't have the money. They just don't have it. So just be careful. You know what I mean? Bang. Took my small one 10 years and said it would be but you guys are funny. Why would you sit in TRB, man? Whatever. Do whatever you guys want. I like that you're demo trading on. I hear someone in the trading group. That's what you should be doing. Yeah, Bitcoin doing nice from that flag that we just looked at too. And the reason why it looked interesting, right? Remember what I said? I said because the 15-minute held the 200 SMA. It's a good sign. That's a good sign that you. And then the 21 coming for it says we're going to go higher. The moving averages are starting to tell the story. They're getting tight. When they get tight, we usually get a move. Right here, they got tight, and then they start to expand. The 21 will cross. See right here, the 21's low. It'll cross, and that usually starts expansion. When the 21 crosses the 200 on the 50 right there, it starts expansion. There's 1, there's 2, there's 3, there's 4. All 4 times in a row, it created expansion, and we didn't go lower than the 200 SMA. Expansion, expansion, expansion. And so here we are again. We're going to front run the 21 crossing the 200 for expansion. Very likely. See, everything I do is based off years of data. I don't do whatever I want. Everybody, I love you. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for being here and being a part of the show. We love you and we thank you. And words can't express my gratitude to each and every one of you. Thank you for using any of the links that you use. Shout out to all the channel sponsors that sponsor the channel. We appreciate you. Thank you so much for the love and always being there for us. So everyone, I'll be back tomorrow for another beautiful live stream. Remember, around 2 p.m., volume tends to dry up a little bit. It gets a little tight, all right? So SHIB's getting listed on Mexi in 3 days. Interesting. And you already have access to it? Okay. SHIB, he says. It's just like, why do they have to do that? You know what I mean? Like, can't they do something better than SSHIB? I don't know. It just, whatever, right? Whatever. I have some Solana on my Phantom wallet from my Analos, so maybe I'll try that out. You'll see. You can, you will, you are the best, Crypto Bear Baker. Everyone, we love you. We appreciate you, and we thank you for another beautiful show. It starts off, I never know where it's going to go. I don't know how many people are going to show up. I don't know what we're going to do. I have a plan, an idea of where I want to take the show, but you never know. Super chats, everything else. It's a complete unique experience every single day here on the channel. But thank you so much, everyone, for being here with me, blessing with me, and I thank you all so much. Shout out to anyone that made gains this morning on our beautiful call for Bitcoin. We nailed it. I did lose my trade live. It is what it is. It happens. All right. Everyone, I love you. I appreciate you, and I thank you so much for your time. Your most precious asset in this world is your time. It's really all you have. Everything else comes from it. Everything is a trade for your time, no matter what. I'll see you all tomorrow. Thank you so much, and may God bless each and every one of you. Gratitude is the attitude. Live in abundance. Create your reality. Do not take no for an answer, and stay away from negative people. Stay blessed.